Happy day. This is Dr. Anusha from the Department of Computer Science and Information Technology. This video is targeted for the people who are all new to Python. So, this is Python for beginners, right? So, overview, we are just going to discuss what is Python, what are all the differences between a programming language and a scripting language, why do people use Python, how do you install Python, who and all use Python today, and what can I do with Python. So, a sample code for you all to try and how to execute the sample code and running Python in an ideal environment. So, what is Python? Python is a general purpose programming language and that is also applied in scripting rules. So, it can be considered as a programming language as well as a scripting language. By and large, it is an interpreted language. Python is an interpreted language. So, what are the difference between a programming language and a scripting language? A programming language is a set of instructions. So, you write a program, it is a set of instructions to perform a specific task and the source code is compiled and then the compiled code is converted into an exe. This is a procedure for normal programming languages. When you take a scripting language, it is more of English like language and it is interpreted. Line by line translation occurs in the case of a script. So, it is a script is something which is written in a scripting code. By and large, it is used for validation purposes. Also, you can say a scripting language is also a type of programming language in which we can write code to control another software application. For example, you want to do any security validations or any kind of form validation, you incorporate or you embed a script within a programming language. So, why do people use Python? So, what are all the primary factors which is cited by the users for the usage of Python? There are several factors. The first and the foremost factor being Python is object oriented. So, all the object oriented concepts like inheritance, polymorphism, operator overloading, it is all supported by Python. So, it is very easy to understand. Indentation, that is a highlight feature of Python. So, indentation makes the blocks, coding blocks very easily understandable and it is by and large, it is open source. So, downloading and installing Python is very easy, it is free, it is easily available and it is powerful in the sense dynamic typing is allowed in Python. Like in all conventional languages, you pre-declare a variable to a particular data type, here it is not necessary. You declare a variable, on the go Python will assign the variable to a specific data type based on the value whatever you are storing. So, that is what we call as dynamic typing and Python has got a rich set of built-in types and tools and it has got so many library utilities. Also, you have third-party utilities where you can incorporate numeric, NumPy, SciPy, all those libraries can be integrated into Python and the highlight feature is automatic memory management. You do not have to do manual garbage collection after the application is executed. Automatic memory management is performed by Python. The next one is it portable. Portable means it is platform independent. It can run virtually on every platform. You write a Python code, you can execute it everywhere as long as you have a compatible Python interpreter installed in your system. It is very easy. Also, one more thing is the Python code can be linked to any other programming languages. Say for example, you have any computation intensive applications, you can write a Python code and you can integrate with the normal programming languages and the most frequently used integration is Python with C. It is a very popular integration. Python can be linked to, you write a script in Python and you solve a particular problem and you can link it. So, that is a highlight feature of Python. It can be easily linked to components written in other programming languages, easy to use. So, you do not have any complex steps for compilation, linking like what you do in other programming languages like C and C++. In Python, when you write a code, it is automatically converted into a bytecode. So, it is the complications are totally avoided here. It is very easy to learn. The structure, the syntax are very easy to understand and apply. So, how do we install Python? So, when you have a Mac system or Unix system, it comes as a pre-installed one. But when you have Windows operating system, you have to go to the site www.python.org/downloads where you can download the latest version of Python. So, the recent version is 3.4.1 but most of them use 2.7.7. For beginners, it is advisable to use 2.7.7. So, once you install Python, you see something like this in the start menu. So you go to the start menu, click on Python 2.7 and then point to Python command line. You get a prompt with this greater than symbols over here. Straight away you can get into coding for your Python IDLE. So when you talk about who uses Python today, Python is applied in many of the companies which generates a lot of revenue. Google tech giant uses Python in its web search system and employs Python creator. So Intel, Cisco, HP, Seagate, Qualcomm, they all use Python for their hardware testing. ESRA, a popular GIS company, uses Python for end user customization tool for its popular GIS mapping products. And YouTube sharing service is mainly written in Python. What can I do with Python? Being a beginner, you have so many options to do with Python. So you can do system programming, you can do GUI programming, database programming, internet scripting, component integration, you can do gaming, images, robotics. So many applications you can learn with the help of Python. You can choose your domain once you get into Python. So let us look at a sample code of Python here. I am not declared as X or Y as integer or string because Python uses dynamic binding. So X is equal to 34 minus 23. It is just a statement and hash symbol is used for giving a comment, okay. And Y is storing a string called hello. That is one more assignment. So we have two assignments here, X is equal to 34 minus 23 and Y is equal to hello. And then we have one more assignment here, Z is equal to 3.45. Now here we are using an if clause to check some criteria to perform further evaluation. If Z is equal to 3.45 or Y double equal to hello, X is equal to X plus 1, Y is equal to Y plus world. So we are giving a condition inside the if clause where Z is equal to 3, double equal to if you are using, you are checking, you are not assigning. Similarly, if Y is equal to hello, if Y is being assigned a value hello and Z is being assigned a value 3.45, then you are instructing to calculate X is equal to X plus 1. So 34 minus 23 will be the X value, so X value will be incremented here and Y is equal to Y plus world. So Y value is hello and you are concatenating that with world, so the output will be hello world and you are giving print X and print Y. This is a basic primitive code to understand a Python. What do you have to know to understand a basic Python code? Indentation matters to code meaning. Indentation is an important feature which you have to be very careful when you are using Python, because when you are going to indent, the blocks are going to be divided according to the logic you are going to use. So indentation matters to code meaning. So every block structure which is going to perform a specific task is indicated by indentation. First assignment to a variable creates it. You don't have to give a data type, automatic creation, and then variable types do not have to be declared. Automatic assignment, Python will automatically figure out what type of data type the variable can be assigned to based on the value it is storing. And assignment, like any other programming language, is equal to, and comparison is double equal to, like any other programming languages. And again, for all the numeric operators, arithmetic operators, plus, minus, multiplication, division, all these symbols we can use in Python like other programming languages. Apart from this, the plus sign, there is a special meaning for plus sign in Python. It is also used for concatenating two strings. You want to join two strings, you can use plus sign. And percentage, which you are going to use here, is for string formatting, as in C's printf. In C printf statement we use %d, %f. So here also in Python you use percentage for string formatting. And logical operators, you have to use the words as and, or, and not. We are not going to use the symbols. Symbols are not allowed. Ampersand symbol, pipe symbol are not allowed. You have to specify the operators in the form of words. And print command is a basic print statement. How the Python code is getting executed. So this is a traditional runtime execution model, and you write a code in Python, that is a source code, which is having an extension as .py. m.py means the file name is m.py is the Python code extension. This is a source code. The source code is converted into a byte code as m.pyc. pyc is a compiled Python code which is executed by the Python virtual machine. So your code is automatically compiled and then it is interpreted. So this direct step is Python source code is converted into a bytecode which is executed by the Python virtual machine to show the output. So running Python, so once you are inside the Python, once you have installed the Python, once you get into that, ideally you can type whatever commands you want to type at your own will. For example, I am just giving print hello world. After the command prompt, it is just printing hello world. Print the statement for printing the output, right? So whenever you want to print some values, you can just type the direct variables along with the values. X is equal to, I am having values as 0, 1 and 2. So these quantities are stored in the memories, but they are not displayed. X is equal to 0, 1, 2 is assigned in the memory, but when you want to retrieve the value, you can just directly give X. Okay, so it will print 0, 1, 2 as an output. So if you want to find out the summation of two numbers, you can directly give 2 plus 3. These are all the basic operations we need to know being a beginner. Once you get familiar with all these things, you can go ahead and learn the looping structures, control structures and all forms. So let us continue in the next video. Thank you.